Today our topic is geometric isomer. But before that, we need to know what is geometric isomerism. It is a phenomenon of existence of isomers having same molecular constitution, same atom-to-atom bonding sequences, atomic connectivity, but differing in spatial arrangement of that groups or atoms owing to the restricted rotation of the double bond or the ring system, and the isomers are called the geometric isomers. Those are geometric isomers or cis-trans isomers. So consider the molecule 1,2-dichloroethane. So there is a unrestricted rotation about the carbon-carbon single bond. So as we already told, that carbon-carbon single bond can be rotated with respect to the groups attached to the carbon. So here, as it is single bond, we can rotate the bond and we can get different types of conformation of that molecule. So one is there where by the rotation of this single bond is the Cl come towards below, as for example here. So here we can get various types of conformations possible over here. But when we will be considering any double bonded compound, as for example 1,2-dichloroethene molecule, where the carbon are doubly bonded. As we know that the doubly bonded carbons are sp2 hybridized orbital. So consider that this carbon has 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. So one sp2 hybrid orbital is bonded with one hydrogen 1s orbital. Same, another sp2 hybrid orbital is linked with one chlorine, and another one, the third and last sp2 hybrid orbital of this carbon is linked with the sp2 hybrid orbital of another carbon to form a sigma bond, and the remaining p orbital of one carbon and the p orbital of other carbon, they are combining with each other parallelly, overlapping parallelly and forming the pi bond. So this pi bond is not easily to rupture. It is not so easy. So if we want to rotate the double bond, it is not possible because a high amount of energy is needed, which is not possible in our normal condition. So to rotate this bond, we have to first break or rupture the pi bond, that double bond. So here the double bond is, the rotation about the double bond is restricted, so that we cannot get huge number of conformations. Only possible two arrangements are here where the two chlorine atoms are at the same side of this double bond, or the chlorine atoms are at the opposite sides of that double bond. So where these two chlorine atoms are at the same side, it is called the cis, and where the two chlorine atoms are at opposite side of this double bond is called the trans. Yes, this is that. Cis-trans isomers result from the restricted rotation about the carbon-carbon double bond of a compound. And the cis isomers, two identical atoms, as for example that chlorine of 1,2-dichloroethane, identical atoms in the molecule are on the same side of the double bond and as divided by the axis of carbon-carbon double bond. That the same side makes that double bond, the side of the double bond, upside and downward side. So trans isomer, two identical atoms in the molecule are on the opposite sides of the double bond. We have already discussed this. So where from it comes? In Latin, cis means on the same side, and trans means on the opposite sides. So this is cis because two identical atoms are at the same side of this double bond. Same, the two identical atoms or groups are at the opposite sides of the double bond. So this is called cis on the same side and trans at the opposite side. Where it is found? It is found only in alkenes that have two different atoms or group of atoms attached to each carbon which are doubly bonded. So where it comes? When the carbon which is doubly bonded with another carbon contains two different atoms. So here this carbon is linked with two different atoms, hydrogen and chlorine, and another carbon which is doubly bonded with this carbon is linked with hydrogen and chlorine, which is also different from each other. So the condition is the carbon which is doubly bonded should be linked with two different atoms so that we can get the cis-trans isomers. So here for example, look, C double bond C, they are doubly bonded. So we can get the cis-trans isomers, but this carbon have two hydrogens. So these are not different, they are identical. So here cis-trans isomers are not possible. Now the physical properties of cis isomers and trans isomers. Whenever we will considering the cis isomers physical properties, as the cis isomers having two polar bonds pointing on the same side cannot cancel out each other's polarity. Yes, as the groups are at the same side of the double bond, the resulting polarity will be higher. They cannot be cancel out each other. So the resulting molecule will be polar in nature. But for trans isomers, what will be that? The two groups or two atoms are at the opposite side of the double bond so that they can be cancel each other. The resulting polarity of the two atoms or groups with respect to the double bond, the dipole moment can be cancel out each other. So the resulting dipole moment will be 0. So for example here, this is trans where the C bond Cl this side and the C bond Cl of other side, the resulting dipole moment of these two will cancel each other and the resultant will be 0. But here the two chlorine atoms are at the same side so that the resulting dipole moment will be additive and it has dipole moment is 1.85 dpi. So whenever considering the boiling point, the van der Waals forces between polar cis molecules are stronger than those between non-polar trans molecules. So here is a van der Waals force which are interacting with each other, and dipole-dipole attraction operate among the cis molecule. So here is a dipole-dipole interaction with each other as they are at the same side of the double bond. So more energy will be needed to separate the cis molecules whenever it is boiled. So it is not easy to rupture that interactive forces, the dipole-dipole interaction. So more energy will be needed to separate the molecules to rupture the dipole-dipole attraction. So boiling point is higher for cis molecules. For example, boiling point of cis-2-butene is 3.7 degrees centigrade, but for trans-2-butene it is 0.9 degrees centigrade. Now melting point. Melting point of trans isomers is higher than cis isomers. Why? Consider the packing efficiency of molecules of the isomers in the solid state or crystal lattice. Trans isomers have more symmetrical structure than cis isomers, and the molecules of trans isomers can pack more closely in the solid state of lattice. So, as the structure of trans isomers are more symmetrical in nature, so they can fit better rather cis isomers in the crystal lattice or in the solid state. So as the packing efficiency of that trans molecules, or they can fit in the lattice much better than trans isomer, so the melting point is higher because more energy is needed to overcome these intermolecular forces. So melting point is higher for the trans isomers than the cis isomers. So melting point of malic acid is 130 degrees centigrade, which is cis isomers, and melting point of fumaric acid, which is trans isomers, is 302 degree centigrade. How can we distinguish that what is cis and trans? How can we identify? By number 1, we can identify it by getting the boiling point. So cis isomers have higher boiling point than trans isomers. Then by melting point, as for example, we have already told that trans isomers have higher melting point than the cis isomers. Our next one is formation of cyclic compound. Who can form the cyclic compound faster? See, we have taken the example of malic acid, which is cis isomer, as the COOH, that carboxylic acid group, are at the same side. So these two groups are at the same side of this double bond, so it is cis isomer. So by heating it or applying only 150 degrees centigrade, we can get the anhydride, malic anhydride, by the removal of the H2O molecule. So from this OH and H, one H2O molecule will be removed and this malic anhydride will be generated. But if we take the trans isomer, that means fumaric acid, where the carboxylic acid group are at the opposite sides of the double bond, then it is not we can get the anhydride so easily. We need a high temperature, at least double. That means near about 300 degrees centigrade, we need to convert it in anhydride. So because applying the high temperature, the pi bond can be ruptured or broken, and the orientation of the COOH will be at the same side, so that by removal of H2O molecule we can get the anhydride. So one more thing is, cis isomers can lead to ring closure reaction more readily than trans isomers. So here is a question, which among between them, which can exist as cis or trans isomer? 2-methyl 2-hexene, 2-butene. So here is your answer, 2-methyl 2-hexene. So first of all, we have to draw the structure. So it is 2-methyl 2-hexene, and by the definition we know that the carbon which is doubly bonded should not contain the same identical molecule. But here in this example, this carbon is containing two same identical molecule. So cis-trans isomers is not possible for this molecule or for this compound. For 2-butene, yes, this carbon is containing two different groups, methyl group and hydrogen. This carbon is also containing two different groups, CH3 and hydrogen, and we can get two different types of isomers. So one is when the CH3 molecule are at the same side with respect to the double bond, then it is called cis isomer, and other one where the two methyl groups are at opposite side with respect to the double bond, it is our trans isomer. One question is again relative stability. Which one will be relatively more stable, cis or trans? steric strain in cis isomer due to van der Waals repulsion between the groups at the same site. As the two groups linked with the carbon which are doubly bonded are in bigger size, then the van der Waals force, van der Waals repulsion is there. So they can repel with each other. These CH3 molecules can repel each other. So there is some strain. But trans isomer, there is no such strain, where the two CH3 group will be at the opposite side. But here that CH3 and this CH3, they are repelling with each other, because of the steric strain, because of the van der Waals repulsive force. But in trans isomer, there is no such repulsive strain, so the trans isomers are more stable than the cis isomers. One question is there, all geometric isomers are diastereomers. Explain. So what will be the answer? These are not related to each other as an object and its mirror image. So by definition we know that diastereomers are those isomers, those stereoisomers which are not mirror images of each other. So these are not mirror images of each other. So they are all diastereomers. And cis and trans 2-butene are diastereomers. Also they are called pi and sigma diastereomers. So for this day it is